Previews, and this time we're heading to Sydney to Royal Randwick. It's Chelmsford Stakes Day. Ian Craig and Wayne Harris join us. Good morning, Ian.
Yes, good morning to you, Matt. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Royal Randwick. It's a very pleasant day. It's a bit blustery out here at the moment. It'll be right behind the horses from the top of the straight down to the judge if it continues, but the track's in perfect order. We're in for a great day of racing. How are you, Wayne?
Good, Ian. Yeah, the wind's coming and going. I think the track will be all right today. They've had about 6 mils of rain through the week. It'll just take the fire out of it, and then with normal watering, to put the track up is good. I can't see why won't be a good program here today. We've got a good Group 2 race in the Chelmsford and 4 Group 3 races, so very good racing.
Indeed. OK, well...
And remains the favourite, $3.10. Here's Greg Miles for race 1.
So they're nearly ready for the first event today, and this has been a very, very strong move for Dubai Ice. Clearly the best tried in the race, will run favourite on track. A long way in front of Flashed, who's continued to drift out. It's been an alarming drift by the 4. And then Presumed Innocent, Qlty, Vegas Show and Edgton all given chances. Just about right now. Line takes good shape, in fact. 1100 for the first. The track is rated as good. The rail is out 2 metres. Dubai Ice well tried as the favourite here in gate number 4. They're away. Dubai Ice jumped OK with Qlty, Snowline, Edgton. We're going to see a lot of action towards the grandstand rail here. In fact, the majority are coming out this way. Vegas Show and Shall I Swing are left alone on the inside. As they come along to the 850 metre mark, and Flash showing plenty of pace, and the Lyman Black Checkers is being joined by Tequila Knowledge. On the other side of it is Stella Finnair showing plenty of pace, and right behind them is Edgton, Qlty, Snowline. Dubai Ice, the widest runner of that division out there, and they were followed by Romantic Flyer, Presumed Innocent, and Wild Rapid as last to the grandstand side, whilst on the flat and Vegas Show at the 500 metre mark has got about 6 lengths on Shall I Swing, but it's difficult to know if it's in the mix, perhaps not. On this grandstand side, they're stretched right across the track with Edgton going up and taking the lead. Flashed immediately under pressure. Qlty's running on, and Dubai Ice still on the far side is there. It's Edgton in the front at the 200 metre mark. It's in front with about a length advantage over Qlty. Dubai Ice can't go on, and then Tequila Knowledge. It's Edgton in front of Qlty. Presumed Innocent coming late, but Edgton in front, and Edgton has won it. Edgton by 3/4. Probably Qlty will get second. Presumed Innocent is close up though. Photo finish for the minor. Clear of Romantic Flyer and Tequila Knowledge, and then Wild Rapid running a bit of a race. Followed further back by Dubai Ice. Vegas Show clearly first home on the flat side, but wasn't in the mix at all. Then there was a break to Stella Finnair, who showed pace before weakening, and likewise for Flashed, with Snowline towards the end, and Shall I Swing probably last in the race coming down on the flat side rail. Number 9 is the winner of the first, Edgton, ridden by Brad Rawilla, trained at Bendigo by Brendan Hearps. A winner here in Wednesday Company 2 starts ago before failing at Moonee Valley. But back to Flemington. She now remains unbeaten in 2 straight track runs. Second goes to number 1, has got it, Presumed Innocent, Damien Oliver. And number 3 was third, Qlty, ridden by Brett Preble. It's 9, 1 and 3. 9, 1 and 3. Fourth place going to Romantic Flyer, number 5. And fifth in was number 2, Tequila Knowledge. In 1 minute 5.4 seconds, 1 minute 5.4. 9-1-3 official race number 1. Well, the punters got it wrong there. They plonked on Dubai Ice. She was forced to come up the middle of the track on the grandstand side, and she struggled really from about the 200 metre mark. Flash showed plenty of pace out there as well, but was one of the first under pressure and dropped out of it there. Good finishing run by Presumed Innocent, getting well back. And the first surprise of the race, really, that these horses all went grandstand side, and that really throws, I guess, a lot of the thoughts about the Ascot Vale particularly back into Innovation Girl's favour now. If they're going to come grandstand, she's drawn to get out there, having the outside barrier, so that's going to be a great advantage for her. And no doubt punters will be reassessing the Maker's Mark Diamond quality as well.
It's a case of east-west success, $3, and half Hennessy at $3.10. So a most interesting race, and on course, equal third picks Rohatyn and Athelnoth just under double figures. And on tab limited, it's clearly Rohatyn 7.30 as the third pick, 12.60 for Athelnoth. I was just commenting to our radio audience This race last year was won by Lonhro, beat Prince of Play and Viking Ruler, and named after a mighty horse, Ming Dynasty. Wonderful record, including 2 Caulfield Cups, a Metropolitan Handicap, a Summer Cup, etc., etc., etc. And when you relate what he won in prize money, then 462,938 and marry it up with modern day prize money, it was certainly a huge tally then. Wonderful horse, and he was a very popular horse here at Randwick and in more earlier times at Warwick Farm as a clerk of the course's pony. Ming Dynasty, only passing away, oh, what would it be? If time gets away that quickly, only a few months ago. So he lived to a wonderful age. So we've got Himfamous to move in here, along with the Victorian colt Roehampton and Jimmy Cassidy's pickup ride into Storm at the expense of Lenny Beasley, who was slightly injured in a mishap at the 2-year-old trials yesterday. Half Hennessy, second up today. It'll be interesting to see how he performs. His run in the up-and-coming behind Snowland was very good. He looked very, very burly, and he's trimmed down, as you'd expect, to a more racy note now. He looked very good, didn't he? Particularly at the latter stage of his autumn campaign. He ran Victory Vane to a short head, you might remember, in the Champagne, which followed a second in the Heroic behind Pillaging. Now, here's Roehampton, scratched from a big race at Flemington to be sent to Sydney for this Ming Dynasty Qlty handicap, and Roehampton moves forward with Chris Muntz aboard, and into Storm will see the line set. 1,400 metres, crowd building nicely. Track good, rail true. Starter goes onto the stand. Presses the button, and there they go, and immediately Rustenburg dropped out the back, and Himfamous away well. So was Athelnoth, and not far off as they sort themselves out Russell on. Half Hennessy's nice and a handy too, and pressing on is East West Success. A great duel for the lead at the end of 300, and East West Success has it narrowly from Himfamous. Russell on third, Athelnoth, and into Storm on a limb from Half Hennessy, and then Roehampton, Magic Marvo, and Rustenburg is last. Onto the course proper they travel now, and East West Success not getting a lot of peace. Himfamous second, Russell on wider out third, followed by into Storm wide the middle, Athelnoth. Half Hennessy nice and handy over on the rails, a couple into Roehampton, Magic Marvo, and last of all is Rustenburg. They work their way to the 600 in the Ming Dynasty, and it's East West Success in front, about a half length on Himfamous. On the extreme outside is Russell on, a couple of lengths to Half Hennessy, being given every chance, followed by Athelnoth, into Storm, Magic Marvo, Roehampton, and to Rustenburg. Around the corner they travel, and the leader is East West Success from Himfamous and Russell on, and Brown's got Half Hennessy into the open now. Magic Marvo getting a split, and here's Roehampton coming down the outside with giant strides. Half Hennessy and Roehampton have gone to the lead together. Half Hennessy and Roehampton from Magic Marvo, but Half Hennessy's pulling out plenty under his huge weight of 60s. Too good. Oh, he's a lovely racehorse. Half Hennessy, a soft win at the end from Roehampton, Magic Marvo, and Athelnoth. Into Storm next. East West Success died on his run, then Russell on, followed by Himfamous, and Rustenburg was tailed off last. Oh, he's a top notcher, this fella. Oh, second up today, Half Hennessy, number one, has paid a dividend of $3 neat and $1.40. Second placing will go to number 3, Roehampton, and Roehampton's dividend will be $2.30. And third to number 5, Magic Marvo, and the total will be $3.80. Half Hennessy by Hennessy from Singeing Lamp, trained by Bede Murray for a number of owners, and Corey Brown aboard, second up from a spell, and looks as though he's come back better than ever. Gee, Corey gave him a lovely run in transit. Gee, the old axiom, where there's smoke, there's fire. As we mentioned to you, very heavy support for Half Hennessy in the last 5 to 6 minutes of betting here on course particularly, and he didn't let his supporters down. Won the winner, Half Hennessy, C. Brown. Second goes to number 3, Roehampton, ridden by Chris Muntz for Robbie Lang. And third, it's a colt by Carnegie, Roehampton, from Cafe Miss. And third goes to 5, Magic Marvo by Bite the Bullet, a 3-year-old chestnut gelding out of Day County, Rod Craig Glen Boss. And the official fourth was number 4, and that was Athelnoth. Now the Totes official
is ready with his call of race 2 at Flemington.
Righto, John, thank you. And they're coming in well with Great Glen, favourite for the race. He's been pretty solid on track. Broadband because of a wide barrier draw and easing second elect. Now Ain't Here's moved up into the line. First on the card, 913. Edgston winning the first event today for Brad Rabuta and Brendan Herbst. Second race now, there's Safili Fuji Dancer going up. There's a riderless one coming along now, that's King Wells. Last year, the Bart Cummings stable took this race out with Sir Anabar, who beat Grey Song and Portsmouth. And the Cummings stable represented with Frightening, one of the horses who came through the Vane Stakes. Actually, 2 years ago, hit the roof, dead heated for first here with Running On before going on to win the Derby. So it's a race where we must pay particular attention to the staying prospects for the spring. There's Tricolours going in, and I must say there's a good array of talent in this race, and it'd be no surprise if this race also produced that Blue Riband winner later on in the spring. Here's Helenas now moving up into the stalls. Sylvester is still away with Broadband, Frightening and All of Me. Helenas blew the start last time out, which didn't help his chances. His effort was good. Going in wider on the course is Sylvester. Gee, he's a nice horse, Sylvester. If he doesn't make the grade, I'd be very surprised. He's a Zabeel out of Kitty Cat by Stormcat. And on what he's done so far, he's got plenty of talent. Getting out over the longer trips is obviously going to be his forte. Now, Helenas is still working on him. He's been in and out of the barrier stalls a few times here. And again, he's backed away. He's holding up proceedings. Great Glen holds tote favouritism at 270. 380 Broadband. 760 for Frightening. Let me see, Great Glen still clear favourite. There's been a little trimming of the juicy odds of Broadband now, but no significant moves outside of the more favoured runners. Now, he's going to run out of chances, this horse, if he's not careful, Helenas. Stephen King's remained patiently on board. Now, the barrier attendants having their umpteenth go at getting Helenas into the stalls here. He's about 7/8 the way in, but it's no given that he's going to have the gate snapped behind him yet. Be withdrawn. 12:44, unable to be loaded. Taken out by the stewards on advice from the starter. Number 10, Sylvester, late withdrawal, and they're away and racing over at the 1400 metres now. And Great Glen bounded out towards the inside. Frightening had got out of the stalls fast, and there's Gold Attire driving forward to find the lead soon after the start now. And Broadband has gone up as well, so it's Gold Attire from Great Glen. Broadband caught out wide. About a length and a half to Frightening over on the inside, fourth, and then Took a Chance. Helenas is just behind these on the inside, a length All of Me. A length and a half to Ain't Here. Kingwell's off the pace, and then Fuji Dancer and Tricolours as they came up the side. Broadband doing some work, drew a neck in front. Gold Attire's in the centre, and Great Glen retaining the rails in that line of three. Frightening having the cosy run behind the pace. Then came Took a Chance. Helenas and the white colours on the inside, and then came, as they sweep towards the corner, All of Me. They were followed by Ain't Here, Kingwell's, Tricolours and Fuji Dancer. Into the straight now, Gold Attire in the centre, Broadband on the outside, Great Glen on the rail, make a line of three, Helenas right behind the leaders. Then came now All of Me sprinting very quickly to join them, and soon after went past them, and they were followed by Frightening in the clear, but All of Me racing nicely clear at the 200, about 2 or 3 in front from Helenas. Then Frightening on the outside, Fuji Dancer, it Ain't Here from King Wells, but it's All of Me well clear at the 100, 2.5 Helenas digging deep, All of Me in front, getting tired, Helenas tries hard, All of Me tires but held on. All of Me wins it from Helenas, 2.5 lengths away as a photo for third. It's between Frightening and Fuji Dancer, clear to Ain't Here, King Wells, and they were followed by Took a Chance, and a break then to Great Glen, who folded up, and they were followed by Broadband, had a devilishly hard run, and Gold Attire. Well, those three leaders have finished right at the back of the field, and one of the last in there, Tricolours. Number 7 is the winner, All of Me, ridden by Greg Childs, trained by Matthew Ellerton. Number 7, the winner, and he'll pay 55.30 and 10.60, and that is with Sylvester having been withdrawn. So a big dividend result there for number 7, All of Me. Greg Childs and Matthew Ellerton. Second placing goes to number 8, Helenas, Stephen King and Leon Corstens. All of Me was tiring and there wasn't much in the tank. Helenas was making plenty of late ground. And a photo finish for third, 7-8 and a photo. Just awaiting that third number to come through. And the time was 1:24.6, 1:24.6. So the stablemate came out, but they were still able to pull off the major prize, the Kingston Park Stud Syndicate, trained by Matthew Ellerton, ridden by Greg Childs. All of Me first. Helena second.
He's been shinsawed 2 or 3 times and took a little while to get his sort of act together.
Third pick on the toadies, $5.150, and Callaway Gal minus the blinkers today. His second pick at $4.30 and $1.40. Now they're coming up. First of the day, a very, very impressive winner, Half Hennessy, number 1, Corey Brown. Got a big future, this fella. Beat 3 Rohayton, 5 Magic Marbo, 4 Athol Noth, 4th. East-West Success, a veterinary examination after the race. I discovered that the horse was lame in the off 4, and trainer Darren Smith said he will now spell the horse. So East-West Success, lame in the off 4, and he's now going for a spell. Now we've got Prime Century, good sort of horse to move in here. Jester's Lad has yet to go up towards the starting point, and the same for Choisir. Lenny Beasley, the normal rider of Choisir, as I say, had bad luck at the 2-year-old trials yesterday, was slightly hurt in an incident and not fit to ride today, and Justin Sheehan has picked up the ride on the Newcastle colt. And talking about him, he's coming in now. He went round at the barrier with one of the clerks of the course. He's still a little bit stirry, this fella. Anyway, we'll soon know what he and others do as they're all ready to go. This is the Roman Consul. All the rage Snowland racing this time, and not a bad break. Snowland is going to lead now and settling down. He's got a lot of natural speed. Bollinger, the stablemate, is going to race Snowland early, and Bollinger in fact takes over from Snowland. Force Apollo third, then Callaway Gal, Prime Century, Choisir, Prophet Jewel, and Last Jester's Lad. They race along towards the 800 marker, and Bollinger out of Bent Masqué, and Brian York takes a grip on Bollinger. She's about a neck on Snowland. Prime Century whips up third as the speed slowed from Force Apollo. Choisir, Callaway Gal dropped back noticeably there from Jester's Lad, and Prophet Jewel is last. In the Roman Consul, they come to the corner at the 500, and the Waterhouse reps are disputing the lead with Bollinger narrowly over Snowland. Force Apollo on the inside of Prime Century, and then Callaway Gal, Choisir, Prophet Jewel, and Jester's Lad straightening up now, and Chris Muntz gives the favourite rein, and Snowland bounded away here, and down to the 200. Snowland a length and a half. Force Apollo, Bollinger third, and then Choisir. Snowland, Muntz hands and heels. Force Apollo is battling on doggedly. Snowland still a length. Force Apollo battles on, but to no avail, and Snowland makes it 8 wins from 12 starts. Snowland, a highly professional 3-year-old, has beaten Force Apollo third, Bollinger, and Choisir fourth. Then Callaway Gal, Prophet Jewel, and the last 2 Prime Century and Jester's Lad. Oh, you'd love one in the backyard like this, wouldn't you? Number 2. Callaway Gal copped a check, and whatever chance she had, Callaway Gal has certainly been put out of the race at around about the, what was it, the 900 marker. I'd like to have a look at the replay of that. Anyway, 2 Snowland has been able to score here, ridden by Chris Muntz, $1.80 for the win and $1.10 for the place. Force Apollo has run second. Gee, he's going well, Force Apollo. Corey Brown has paid $2.20. Number 8 in third spot at Bollinger, ridden by Brian York, has paid $3. Quinella $9.30, Exacta $12.40, Trifecta $89.90, and the first 4 238 won $194 neat. Snowland, as I said, 8 wins from 12 starts, is by Snippets from Snowdrift, owned by the Guri Pastoral Company, bred by the Maheen family Stratheden stud, Gay Waterhouse the trainer, and Chris Muntz aboard. He's been with Snowland pretty well right through, beating Force Apollo, proving that his recent wins in slightly lesser company were no flukes. He's by Catrail from Clear Apollo, John Hawkes, Corey Brown, and third going to number 8 Bollinger, this beautifully bred filly by De Heer from Bit Masqué, Gay Waterhouse, Brian York.
Right, Ian, thanks. And there are the details on the Roman Consul. Quinella $9.30, Exacta $12.40, Trifecta $89.90. Okay, Larry Olsen standing by with his...
And he rides the very talented Cyclades in the upcoming event.
Brilliant jockey, Lance O'Sullivan. He went very close to winning a Melbourne Cup in the mid-80s, 1985. He rode a wonderful old grey mare called Coiro Corrie May, and she was beaten in the last couple of strides by What a Nuisance. And she had very sore feet. In fact, it was touch and go whether or not she got to the post for that Melbourne Cup. She raced with plastic pads under her front shoes, and they had a bit of rain overnight, and that's the only reason she raced as well as she did, because the rain took the fire out of the track, and she almost got home for Lance O'Sullivan. So he's keen to go one better in the Melbourne Cup, and this might be his mount this year, Qlty. We'll watch his run today with great interest. Let's go to Greg Miles at Flemington.
Casino Boy, having been replated in the mounting yard, has now arrived at the start. As they come up, there's Pantani going in now. Auckland Blues is top pick. Shows $3 and $1.60. Here's Casino Boy coming up now. Southern Crown, Stoneley Road, Alongapo and Sergio out behind the line. Now Southern Crown moves up into the gates, going for his third straight. So too is Casino Boy, who links in now. Stoneley Road moving up, so Alongapo, Sergio to get set. Looking a little dark again out towards the weather quarter. It's just rolling in with the odd shower and then some breaks of sunshine. Track still in good order. Sergio moved along, completed the line-up now, and they're set to go. Lights flash, they're ready. Away they go. And caught them in a beautiful line. In fact, soon after the jump, Cyclades copped a knock, and he's dropped out to be about 3 lengths last. Sergio beginning fast, racing up on the outside to go to the lead. In second placing, Lady Viola, and Casino Boy much handier today up there third with Stoneley Road booting around him now. Chantage back fifth, the inside 1.5. Pantani, Auckland Blues away from the speed today. Piace going forward out wider, and then Southern Crown, a longer pose of Buin. Second last, Cavello Bruno, and last of all is Cyclades. Sergio setting a nice tempo out towards the 1400. Stoneley Road 2 lengths away. Lady Viola's not happy there, and she's booting fast and is going up and attacking the leader. It's a very hot race now. And they've broken right away, these leaders. A long break to Chantage back in fourth placing, would be about 15 from the leader. Then came Casino Boy, 2 lengths to Pantani, Auckland Blues, and then came Piace. Southern Crown next over on the inside, and he's followed by Alongapo, 2 lengths further back, then Cavello Bruno, Zabuin and Cyclades last. At the 900 metre mark, Lady Viola led by 3 lengths. Sergio is second. 15 lengths back in third placing, Pantani from Stoneley Road, Casino Boy. Chantage on the inside, and then Auckland Blues. 2 lengths to Southern Crown on the rails as they sweep up towards the turn. Piace around him, then Cavello Bruno, Alongapo, Cyclades and Zabuin dropped out last. Lady Viola is the leader. Sergio again moving up to have a crack at it, coming around the turn. 5 lengths clear now to Pantani. Casino Boy starting to work home, and then came Chantage under the whip, and Auckland Blues is starting to work into the race nicely in the purple colours down the outside, and Piace is coming with it. Southern Crown is making quick ground along the rail. Lady Viola at the 300 is being joined and headed by Casino Boy. Down the outside comes Piace and Auckland Blues in the middle, and then Southern Crown over on the inside. Piace raced up to Casino Boy. Piace took the lead now, then Southern Crown and Auckland Blues. Piace about a half in front. He's starting to be too good in the run home, and Piace wins it from Casino Boy by a length. Southern Crown third, Auckland Blues close up, and then Cyclades from well back, followed by Chantage, Alongapo, and then Cavello Bruno. A break to Pantani, Zabuin. Lady Viola and Sergio have run right at the tail end, no surprise there, and Stoneley Road last of all. Piace is the winner. Number 12, ridden by Luke Curry, trained by David Hall. Number 12, Piace, Luke Curry first, and a time of 2:2.4. Number 9 was second, Casino Boy, ridden by Andrew Finlay. And 3 third, Southern Crown, ridden by Damien Oliver. 12, 9 and 3. Official placings in 2:2.4. Well, it was a run of the mad pace. They had no chance going out like that. Sergio was setting a fast enough tempo before Darren Gauci took off on Lady Viola. Surprising move. I don't know whether he had gear problems or what, but to have taken off like that ensured that they had no hope really. and it's been those just sitting off the pace that have been the dominant factors. Piace really turning the corner, getting out to 2,000 metres now, and striking the dry track that he requires. 15 starts for 4 victories now. He got the money at Werribee last time out. It was officially dead, but the track did get upgraded on that occasion, and that was a metropolitan type meeting. 1MW victory there. No doubt this was a slightly harder field, but he's making some improvement after promising a lot but not delivering for a fair while. I think it's the first time he's been over this sort of distance, and he ran it out nice and strongly by Dennis Singer from the Nassapore Mere Pleasure, so there's no reason why he shouldn't get a trip. 37.62 the last 600, numbers 12, 9 and 3, and favourite punters have their backs to the wall a touch here. Next to TAC Digital, take out numbers 8 and 11. Brendan Fennick is on 18, Roman Arch. 4th race is due at 2 o'clock.
Good, Greg, thanks. Luke Curry.
And a lot of these horses have been standing there for some time now. He stayed to the top of the platform. Ready, racing in the Merrial Mile. Rodan missed it, about 3 lengths. And getting back as well as Ebony Boy, Danza Pride, Qlty Kingdom and Irish Rover all hop away quickly. Right there, the Blazer. War Dancers pressing forward in the centre with 3/4 to Real Vision. Say Magic next inside of Mistrust and Pacific Star, and then a length to Andy, who's deep around Mini Skirt. Rodan recovering inside of those. And then we have Ebony Boy and Jenny Be Good as last of all, bearing in mind that 8 scratching of Millennium down the back of the track. And Danza Pride and Lance Robinson set them up. Qlty Kingdom, the top weight, is second, and the favourite Irish Rover is box seating. He's third on the inside. The Blazer deep around War Dancer. Real Vision tracks the favourite. Say Magic tracks that. Mistrust the outside. 1.5 further away. Pacific Star outside of Rodan off the back. 800 metres to travel. And then Andy on the inside of Ebony Boy. Jenny Be Good second to last, and Mini Skirt was last of all. They run down the side in the Merrial Mile, and it is still Danza Pride. He's a length on Qlty Kingdom and Irish Rover. They run past the 600, then the Blazer, War Dancer, Real Vision awaiting space. Mistrust taken to the outside as they run towards the home corner, and deeper out Ebony Boy back behind these. Say Magic, Andy and Pacific Star, and then Rodan as they're on the swing here. Danza Pride, Irish Rover's out. He's getting a clear shot at them now. He's galloped to the lead. Qlty Kingdom the outside, and then Mistrust, Real Vision's tracking through. David Walker let the chestnut run, and look at Irish Rover put a hole in them. 4 and 5 lengths. He's 6 in front. What a wonderful galloper. Mistrust runs on. Real Vision the inside, and then Andy, but he's way too good in the Group 3. Irish Rover by 5. Real Vision, Mistrust second and third. Huge run Andy. Jenny Be Good, Qlty Kingdom behind these runners, then Ebony Boy, and then Rodan. War Dancer was the next, and Say Magic was further away. Danza Pride behind these, the Blazer, Pacific Star, and Mini Skirt will run last in the Merrial Metric Mile.
Righto, Tony, 8 from 12 for Irish Rover, who's pretty good. OK, Gerald Ryan now at Randwick with Joe McKinnon.
Gerald, Bello Signor broke through for a win last start here at Randwick. Can he hold the form now?
Well, the horse has held his form at home, Joe. He looks very well, and he's worked good, and he's pretty well in himself, which I think he has to be. And I appreciate he dropped about 3.5 kilos today.